Archangel Michael says, "This blessing that is reaching you right now will truly save your life, and heaven is not allowing your soul to skip what is written here, no matter how distracted or busy you may feel, because the angel watching over you knows what is coming, and if you walk away from this moment, you may never again get the chance to receive the protection and peace being released through this message." There is something sacred happening in this moment, something more powerful than you can see or fully understand. Right now, your spirit is being held in the gentle hands of the Lord, and every word you're about to read is not just a message, it is a divine rescue. This isn't just encouragement, it's intervention. This is how heaven answers the cries you whispered through your tears when no one else was listening. You are not here by accident. You didn't stumble onto this by chance. You were guided here by a divine hand, and your angel has been moving quietly behind the scenes to get your heart to open at the exact moment you would need it most. Type 2323 if you trust in Archangel Michael. Every storm that tried to break you. Every battle that left you numb. Every silence that made you feel forgotten. All of it has led to this turning point. You have survived more than most people know. And even though you kept showing up for life, somewhere inside you, you started to believe that maybe the miracles you prayed for were reserved for other people. But God saw how hard you tried to hold on. God noticed every time you almost gave up, and yet still chose to believe. This blessing is arriving now not because you're perfect, but because you're loved, fully, deeply, eternally. Like this video and subscribe to this channel if you want God's blessings in your life. You may feel like your prayers are still floating in the air unanswered, but from where heaven is standing, everything has already begun. There are movements happening that you can't see, and doors being prepared that you haven't even imagined. The reason this message is so urgent is because something is shifting. A chapter of pain is closing, and a window of grace is opening, and if you walk away before reading to the end, you might miss the very healing your heart has cried out for. This isn't something to take lightly. The angel assigned to your life has pleaded to God to stop everything until you open this. Because the timing is divine, and the moment is fragile. What if 7 minutes could rewrite your financial future forever? This hidden frequency, backed by neuroscience, flips the brain's natural wealth switch, unleashing unstoppable prosperity. People are calling it the money magnet sound, and it's already transforming lives. But hesitation means missing out while others move ahead. This is your moment to act. Click the link in the video description and comments below to awaken the wealth inside you today before the chance slips away. There is a place inside you where hope still lives, even if it's buried under fear and exhaustion. That small, quiet place is what heaven is responding to right now. This is a message not just to comfort you, but to lift you, to rescue you from the weight you've been carrying for far too long. God knows what nearly broke you. God knows who left you. God knows what nights you thought it would never get better. But He also knows who you are becoming. He sees the strength you gained in the fire, the grace you learned through the tears, the wisdom you earned through every heartbreak. And now, He is stepping in. He is not stepping in with noise, but with presence. Not with punishment, but with mercy. Not with pressure, but with peace. This moment right now is holy ground. Not because of where you are physically, but because of what's happening spiritually. There are angels encircling your name in heaven. There are chains being broken off your mind and heart. There are blessings being released that have your name written on them, and they have been delayed long enough. What is being spoken over your life is not small. It is big. It is transformative. It is heaven sent. Type 222 if you know God is with you. Please, hold on to this moment. Let your heart stay open. The enemy wants you to scroll past this, to dismiss it, to say, maybe later, because he knows that once your spirit receives this word fully, you will never be the same again. And he will lose his grip over the areas of your life where he's tried to steal your joy, your faith, your future. But the angel of the Lord is standing near, watching over you right now, making sure you don't skip what heaven is trying to give you. Let every part of you be still and breathe this in. You are loved with a love that does not end. You are held by a God who doesn't change his mind about you. You are not alone in your battles. You are not invisible. You are seen. And what is being released right now is more than words. It's restoration. It's healing. It's a gentle voice whispering to your weary soul, you made it here. You're not too late. This is the beginning of your rescue. The wind is changing. The night is passing. And you are standing at the edge of something holy. There are battles you never spoke about out loud. Quiet storms that raged inside you while you smiled for others and tried to stay strong. You've been brave for so long that even your own heart has forgotten what it's like to be held. But God remembers. God sees what even you've tried to ignore. And because of that, He is sending this blessing like a wave of mercy, washing over every dry, tired, hurting part of you. Not because you asked perfectly. Not because you earned it. But because His love doesn't need a reason to show up, it just does. You've grown weary waiting for answers, carrying questions that kept you up at night, and still you believed. You stayed. You held on, even with a trembling grip. And heaven took notice of that kind of faith. The kind of faith that cries in private but keeps walking in public. The kind of faith that prays even when it doesn't feel anything. The kind of faith that shows up again and again, just hoping God still sees. He does. And He never stopped. Right now, there is a new chapter being opened over your life. One filled not with chaos, but with calm. Not with fear, but with favor. Not with confusion, but with clarity. This blessing isn't just to make things easier, it's coming to make things whole again. It's not a temporary fix, it's a permanent shift. And if your soul feels heavy as you read this, it's because something inside you is breaking free. Something is lifting. Something is letting go. And that's what your angel was sent to do, help lift you back into the arms of peace. Type 1515 to receive peace in your soul. There are things you've had to carry alone because you didn't want to burden others. And in doing so, you began to feel unseen. You tried to be the strong one, the dependable one, the calm in everyone else's storm. But now, the same God you leaned on in secret is reaching for you in the open. He is not asking for perfection, He is offering presence. He is not waiting for you to fix everything, He is reminding you that He is already in control. The weight is not yours anymore. Release it. This message is sacred because it carries a spiritual rescue wrapped in every paragraph. You may not realize it, but something is changing even now as you continue to read. The atmosphere around you is shifting. The heaviness in your chest is softening. The noise in your mind is starting to quiet. That's not coincidence. That's divine intervention. That's the presence of God sitting with you, saying, "You're not alone anymore. I've come to lift this off of you." And this is exactly why your angel could not let you ignore this. Because what's being delivered right now has the power to shield you from what was coming. To shield you from collapse. To rescue you from emotional exhaustion. To break spiritual strongholds. And to gently remind your soul that you are not forgotten, not now, not ever. You are still chosen. Still covered. Still worthy. Still in the plans of heaven. And nothing, not even your doubts or your delays, can cancel what God is about to do next in your life. This is your appointed time. This is your divine interruption. The blessing you're receiving now is not just about you, it's about the lives you're going to impact when your healing begins to overflow into others. Because you were never meant to stay in the pain. You were meant to rise from it and shine with the light of someone who knows what it means to be saved. Let yourself believe this. Even if just for a moment. Let your heart lean into the truth that maybe, just maybe, this is the moment your story turns around. And if it is, let heaven finish what it started. Stay here. Breathe. Let the angels work. Let your spirit feel what it hasn't felt in a long time: peace, safety, love, and the soft certainty that everything is going to be okay. For a long time, you have been walking through seasons that felt endless. Days that seemed to blur together, nights that felt heavy and unending. You tried to stay hopeful, but your heart grew tired of waiting. You smiled while carrying burdens so heavy that even your strongest friends could not lift them off you. Yet even in those silent moments, God was with you. Even when you felt invisible, heaven never lost sight of you. Every tear you shed became a seed for the blessing now arriving. Every quiet prayer you prayed has been echoing in the courts of heaven, and this is the answer beginning to unfold. What if 7 minutes of sound could end years of financial struggle and replace it with freedom, prosperity, and peace? This ancient frequency, once locked away in secret government research, is now changing lives everywhere. Imagine bills erased, doors opening, and sudden windfalls flowing into your hands. But every delay is wealth lost forever. Click the link in the video description and comments below to switch on your money wave, and claim abundance today. This blessing will not arrive as a flash of noise or a spectacle that fades, but as a steady unfolding of peace, protection, and provision. It will feel like waking up from a long sleep and realizing the sun has been shining the whole time. It will feel like the weight you've carried for years finally sliding off your shoulders without you even realizing it. It will feel like the first deep breath after holding your breath for too long. That is what God is giving you now. A new beginning, wrapped in grace. Type 1616 if you surrender to God's will. The love of Jesus Christ is not a distant story, it is present here, flowing through every word you are reading. It is His love that carried you through the times you didn't think you could make it. It is His love that refused to let go of you even when you doubted it. And it is His love that now calls you by name, saying, "Come closer. Let me heal you. Let me restore you. Let me show you that you are still chosen, still beloved, still needed." Your angel has been sent as a sign that you are not forgotten, but also as a witness to what God is about to do next. The blessing being spoken over your life is not small. It is not fragile. It is strong and steady, and it will hold you even when everything else feels uncertain. You may not see how everything will unfold, but you will feel it, like a quiet strength rising inside you, like a calm certainty that the worst is behind you and the best is yet to come. This moment is holy because it is an answer. It is heaven stepping into the middle of your story. It is the reminder you have prayed for but didn't know how to find. As you continue to read, you are already being wrapped in protection, already being lifted from despair, already being guided back to the center of God's heart for you. That is why you were not allowed to skip this. That is why your angel brought you here. Because this blessing is more than words. It is a shield. It is a key. It is a turning point. Let your heart stay open. Even if you don't know how to trust yet, even if hope feels distant, let these words be the place you rest for a moment. Let them soften what has grown hard. Let them water the small seeds of faith that are still alive inside you. God is not angry with you. God is not disappointed in you. God is reaching for you, to lift you, to restore you, to remind you of who you are and who you belong to. The power of this moment is not in how much you understand it, but in how much you allow it to enter you. Just reading this with an open heart is already opening a door that no one can shut. Heaven is here. The blessing is here. You are safe. You are loved. You are held. You have walked through seasons where you had to be strong for everyone else, where you kept showing up even though your own soul was aching. You have given so much of yourself that some days you felt empty. Yet still you stayed kind, still you kept praying, still you held on to God even when it felt like your fingers were slipping. Every single act of faith, even the smallest whisper, has been seen. Nothing you endured was wasted. The very places that once felt like scars are now being turned into windows for grace to pour through. Type 2020 to claim joy and strength. This blessing is not only saving you from what was threatening you but also preparing you for what is ahead. It is like a river clearing a new path, gently washing away debris that has been blocking your way. The heaviness, the confusion, the self-doubt, the quiet loneliness that has sat like a shadow in your chest, these things are beginning to lift. You may already feel a strange calm as you read, as if the noise in your mind is softening. That is the evidence that heaven is at work, not later but now. Through every word you are reading, the love of Jesus Christ is being poured over your life. His love has no edges and no expiration. It meets you where you are, wraps around you without condition, and calls you back to rest. This is not the end of your story. This is a turning of the page, the moment where light begins to seep back into every corner you thought would stay dark. This is where the seed of hope begins to bloom again. You don't need to perform for this. You don't need to prove you are worthy of it. You simply need to let it reach you. The angel standing beside you has been sent to help you do just that, to make sure nothing distracts you from receiving the very thing you have prayed for but did not know how to ask. Heaven is not only answering your cries but also giving you the strength to step into a future that is brighter and safer than the one you feared. This blessing will unfold gently but powerfully. You will begin to notice small shifts, subtle alignments, quiet confirmations that tell you you're not walking alone. People who drained your strength will begin to fade from your circle. Doors that were closed will start to open without force. Ideas and solutions will come to your mind like soft whispers. It will feel natural, but it is supernatural. It will feel like grace because it is. Let yourself lean into it. Breathe slowly. Release the tension in your shoulders. Let the words be like a balm over your mind. God is not just with you, He is for you, actively fighting for your peace, your healing, your restoration. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are right on time for the miracle that has been waiting for you. As you keep reading, know this: everything you lost is not the end of your story. Everything you thought was too late can still be restored. Everything that tried to break you has failed, because you are still here and heaven has already surrounded you with help. This is why your angel would not let you skip this message, because this is the moment your heart begins to breathe again. Even in your most silent moments, heaven was speaking over you. Even when you felt like your voice was too weak to pray, your angel stood before the throne, whispering your name in the language of light and mercy. The love of God has never been absent from your life, even in seasons when you thought He had gone quiet. He was not punishing you with silence, He was protecting you in the waiting, preparing something deeper, something more lasting, something that would carry you through not just one storm, but every one that may come after. Type 111 if you believe miracles are near. Right now, the ground beneath your feet is holy, not because of where you stand physically, but because of the atmosphere surrounding your heart. There is a shift happening, and you can feel it. A soft lifting. A gentle opening. A space being made for peace to dwell. God is not just bringing you out of hardship, He is building a new foundation underneath you so you never have to walk through that kind of pain in the same way again. This is not just healing. This is transformation. You may not have had the words to describe your pain, but heaven understood the language of your tears. And now, just as your sorrow was deep, your restoration will be even deeper. The joy returning to your life will not be shallow. It will not be a momentary escape. It will be real, rooted, and lasting. It will come slowly, like the sun rising after a long night, but it will come. And once it arrives, it will stay. This is what your angel has been guarding, this very breakthrough. The kind of blessing that goes beyond fixing the surface and begins to mend what was torn beneath. This is why you were not allowed to skip this message. Because if you had, you would have missed the very moment when your life began to change from the inside out. God is still in control, not just of the world, but of your specific story. He has not abandoned your future. He has been waiting for your heart to be still enough to hear Him again. Jesus has never stopped loving you. His voice is not distant, it is near. His hands are not withdrawn, they are open. His heart is not hesitant, it is bursting with compassion for you. There are moments when you feel you've failed too many times, when you feel undeserving of good things. But Jesus does not count your failures. He looks at your endurance. He sees how hard you've tried. He sees that even when your spirit was crushed, you still reached for light. The truth is simple: you were created for abundance, yet a dormant brain signal has been holding you back. Scientists call it the money-attracting frequency, and once awakened, it pulls wealth into your life like never before. Others who pressed play once are already transformed, living the life they dreamed of. Do not hesitate or let regret steal this chance. Click the link in the video description and comments below to unlock your prosperity now. The blessing coming to you now is not just something to hold. It is something that will hold you. It will protect your mind, your peace, your next steps. It will gently close doors that are not meant for you and open pathways that will feel safe, peaceful, and full of quiet joy. You don't need to force this. You don't need to earn it. You just need to allow it. Heaven is not asking you to figure everything out. Heaven is asking you to rest and receive. You are loved far more than your pain has ever made you feel. You are stronger than the silence you've survived. You are softer than the world has let you be. And all of this is why God is restoring you now, not because of anything you've done wrong, but because of everything you've endured with grace. This is your time. This is your release. This is your rescue. There is a reason your path has been difficult, but there is also a reason you are still standing. The weight of past disappointments has been real, but so has your resilience. In every trial you endured, a part of you kept breathing hope, even if it was just a whisper. That whisper is why you are here now. Heaven responded to it. You are reading because something in you reached out, even when you thought you had no more strength. And God, in His kindness, is answering with this gift of restoration and peace. Type Amen to trust God's plan for your life. You may not feel it all at once, but healing is already moving through you like a quiet tide. It is touching memories you thought were too old to heal. It is lifting burdens you thought you would carry forever. It is soothing fears that had begun to feel like part of your identity. What once defined you as pain will now become a testimony of grace. The love of Jesus Christ is not limited by time, it reaches backward into the moments that hurt and forward into the days you have yet to live. It does not stop. It does not run dry. It never forgets your name. This blessing is not a small encouragement meant to get you through a single day, it is a realignment of your whole path. It is heaven putting a shield around you, placing a light on your next steps, drawing your heart back to safety. You don't need to understand how it will unfold to know that it is real. You will feel it in the small shifts, new clarity in your thoughts, new calm in your emotions, new doors opening without effort. These are not coincidences. They are the fingerprints of God marking your life. Type yes if you believe in God's love, and share this inspiring video with 7 friends to open the way for blessings and miracles. You have been faithful in the dark. You have been patient in the waiting. And even when you doubted yourself, you still kept moving forward. Now God is being faithful to you, meeting you with more than you asked for. He is lifting shame. He is lifting fear. He is lifting the false belief that you are alone. You are not. You have never been. You are surrounded. You are protected. You are loved. Let these words be a place where you finally exhale. You don't have to be strong right now. You don't have to carry it all anymore. This is the moment where you let go and allow the blessing to do what it was sent to do: heal, restore, guide, protect. Heaven has chosen you for this moment. Your angel has carried you here for this very reason. And God has already begun what He promised long ago, to make all things new. Even as you read, chains are loosening. Even as you breathe, heaviness is leaving. Even as you sit quietly, light is entering places that were once dark. This is the gentle but powerful movement of God, a movement that will not stop with this message but will continue in your days ahead. You have walked through valleys where it felt as though no one could see you. You kept giving when you were empty. You kept showing kindness even when your own heart was bruised. You were misunderstood, and yet you still chose love. These things have not gone unnoticed. They have built something beautiful inside of you that God can now fill with His light. What you thought was breaking you was actually shaping you for this moment, preparing you to carry more peace, more wisdom, and more compassion than you ever thought possible. This blessing is coming to restore what was lost, but also to reveal who you have become. It will open your eyes to the strength you already carry, to the presence of Jesus already moving in your life. It will feel like clarity where there was confusion, calm where there was chaos, and joy where there was heaviness. You may notice that small coincidences begin to happen, words you needed to hear, opportunities you never expected, a sense of safety you haven't felt in a long time. These are not random. They are confirmations of heaven's work. The love of Jesus Christ is flowing through every word of this message. It is not a distant story but a living reality. His love is holding you where no one else can hold you. His mercy is lifting the guilt and shame that have weighed on you. His grace is opening a door for a new season where you will walk lighter, speak kinder to yourself, and stand stronger in faith. This is not about perfection. This is about presence, His presence filling you until your own heart begins to believe again. Type 3030 if you believe Jesus lives in your heart. You have been patient in the dark, and now light is breaking through. You have been faithful with little, and now more will be entrusted to you, not as a burden but as a blessing. You have been strong for others, now heaven wants to be strong for you. This is why your angel has been so insistent. This is why you were guided here. Because what is being poured over you is not just for today, it is for every day ahead. It is a covering, a shield, a steadying hand. Let your shoulders soften as you read. Let your breath deepen. Let your mind quiet. You do not have to hold yourself together right now. This is where you let go and allow God to hold you. This is where you stop running and allow grace to catch up with you. This is where you say, without words if you need to, I am ready. Heaven hears even the silent prayers. Heaven sees even the quiet surrender. As you open yourself, know that this blessing is also planting seeds for your future. It is aligning relationships that will support you, bringing opportunities that will uplift you, and drawing you into a deeper awareness of God's goodness. It will not be rushed, but it will be sure. It will come gently, but it will be strong. It will rebuild what was torn, heal what was wounded, and strengthen what was weak. For so long, you have carried pain behind your smiles. You've encouraged others even while silently breaking down inside. You've tried to stay strong, not because you wanted to pretend, but because you didn't know if there was any space where you could truly fall apart. And yet, even in your lowest points, you remained gentle. Even when you were disappointed, you didn't let bitterness harden your heart. God saw every moment like that. Every silent cry. Every heavy breath. And now, because of all that you kept pressing through, heaven is pouring out this blessing like healing rain over your soul. This isn't just a feel-good moment. This is a spiritual shift. Something is changing. Right now, the chains you've grown used to are beginning to loosen. The heaviness in your chest that you thought was normal is starting to lift. The racing thoughts that wouldn't let you sleep are quieting. These are signs. Small, holy signals that the atmosphere of your life is being rearranged by the hand of God. And this is only the beginning. What's ahead for you will not look like what's behind you. Every second you wait, wealth meant for you slips into someone else's hands. A hidden brain wave, once buried in CIA files, has been proven to awaken unstoppable prosperity. In just 7 minutes, you can unlock the switch inside your mind that draws abundance like a magnet. This is more than an opportunity, it is destiny knocking. Click the link in the video description and comments below to activate your hidden wealth wave right now. There are new beginnings forming in places where you thought nothing could grow again. And they will not be forced. They will arrive gently, as if God knew exactly what you could handle and when. New connections. Unexpected open doors. Healing conversations. Clear direction. They are coming, not because you are lucky, but because heaven has seen your struggle and answered it with a promise: you will not have to carry the next season alone. You've spent so long surviving that you almost forgot what it feels like to truly breathe. But that breath is returning. Your spirit is being revived. God is awakening the part of you that dreamed, that laughed freely, that believed boldly. And as those parts come alive again, you'll realize this blessing wasn't just meant to make you feel better, it was meant to remind you of who you really are and whose you've always been. Type "I believe" if you believe miracles are on the way. Jesus has not stopped interceding for you. His love has followed you through every valley, through every door slammed in your face, through every night you collapsed in tears with no answers. And now, His love is showing up as a covering. It's not loud. It's not flashy. But it's real, and it's here, and it is enough. You don't need to know what's next. You only need to receive what's now. Let your heart stay open. Let your body rest. Let your soul settle into this truth: God has never forgotten you. He has only been waiting for the moment when you would be still enough to hear Him again. That moment is now. And it is holy. There are burdens you've been carrying so long they started to feel like part of your identity. Quiet fears that clung to your thoughts. Wounds that others never even noticed. You got used to functioning while hurting. You became good at pretending. And yet, God never mistook your silence for peace. He saw through the brave face you wore. He listened when you couldn't form the right words. And now He is stepping in, not to ask more of you, but to give more to you. More peace. More healing. More security. More love. This blessing is doing what human effort could not. It is reaching places too deep for anyone else to understand. It is not forcing change, it is creating space for healing to unfold naturally. Like soft light breaking through the cracks of a dark room. Like warmth returning to cold hands. Like clarity returning to a tired mind. That is what this is. It's not performance. It's permission. God is giving you permission to rest, to be still, and to receive, not because you've done everything right, but because you've simply held on. The love of Jesus is not standing at a distance waiting for you to get it all together. It is here now, wrapping around you. He does not come to judge your struggle, He comes to sit beside you in it. His love is not asking for an explanation. It is offering an embrace. The kind of embrace that heals years of quiet pain. The kind of embrace that reminds you that you are not broken, you are becoming. You have cried silently in rooms where no one noticed. You have shown strength when you were actually falling apart inside. But now, heaven is making room for your soul to exhale. You don't have to hold your breath anymore. You don't have to pretend. God is not intimidated by your sorrow. He is not disappointed in your doubts. He is reaching for you with the same love He has always carried, and He's not letting go. This blessing is like a door quietly swinging open. On the other side is a version of you that is no longer just surviving. A version of you that laughs freely again. That trusts again. That loves again, without fear of loss. And that door is opening because you have stayed open long enough to let this message enter you. That is not weakness. That is courage. That is faith. That is surrender. And heaven responds deeply to surrender. Type 222 if you trust that God is with you always. There is a gentleness being placed over your next steps. You won't have to fight so hard. You won't have to explain yourself so much. You won't have to keep proving your worth. God is going before you, clearing paths, softening hearts, and aligning everything you need. And what's meant for you will not be delayed much longer. What was once difficult will start to flow. What once felt blocked will open. And what once left you anxious will now leave you in awe. What's happening right now is not random. The reason your soul feels tender as you read, the reason your heart beats a little slower, the reason your spirit is leaning closer, it's because heaven is speaking in a language deeper than words. God is drawing you back to a place where you are safe, where you are seen, and where you are no longer required to keep hiding your hurt behind strength. You don't need to pretend here. You don't need to explain yourself. This space is for your healing. This moment is for your restoration. This blessing is more than a response to your prayers. It's a promise being fulfilled. A promise that you are not forgotten. A promise that what the enemy meant to destroy you will only serve to deepen your testimony. A promise that God will never let pain be your final chapter. Your life is not collapsing. It is being rebuilt. What looks like endings are really beginnings wearing unfamiliar faces. What feels like loss is often the sacred clearing required to make room for something better. The love of Christ isn't just a story you've heard, it's the very force that has carried you through storms you didn't think you'd survive. His love sat with you during the nights you cried into your pillow. His love walked beside you when you felt unseen in a crowd. His love held your hand when your faith felt paper-thin. And that same love is what is filling the empty places now, piece by piece, breath by breath, promise by promise. Let this message continue to meet you where you are. Let the tears fall if they need to. Let your walls down slowly. God isn't rushing you, He is restoring you with care. He knows how long you've held things in. He knows how often you've smiled just to keep peace. He knows the weight you've carried in silence. And He is not angry that you waited this long to fall apart. He is only glad you are here now, willing, open, ready. The blessing you are receiving is not temporary. It will not fade once this message ends. It is planting something that will outlast every storm ahead. It will live in the way you speak more gently to yourself. In the way you stop apologizing for your softness. In the way you begin to trust that what is meant for you will not pass you by. And in the way you start walking with the quiet confidence of someone who knows heaven is always one step ahead. There is a stillness coming to your life. A calming of the waters. A slowing down of the chaos. Not because life will suddenly be perfect, but because your spirit will no longer be at war with itself. You will move with peace, because peace will live inside of you. You will walk with grace, because grace will cover everything you touch. And you will begin to smile not as a mask, but as an overflow. You are not being left behind. You are being lifted up. And even if you cannot see the fullness of the blessing yet, you can feel it settling into your life like morning light gently spilling into a dark room. You don't have to rush. You don't have to fear. The worst is behind you. And the rest, what's coming, is far better than anything you've lost. The struggles you've faced were never your fault. A hidden brain frequency, once buried in secret research, has been silently holding back your wealth. Now, for the first time, it is available to you, and it only takes minutes to activate. Imagine the chains of debt breaking, the doors of opportunity opening, and your life flooding with prosperity. This chance may never return. Click the link in the video description and comments below to claim it now. Type 333 to welcome peace into your heart. You may have wondered if your breakthrough would ever come, especially after all the delays, all the unanswered prayers, all the seasons of silence. But even in those empty spaces, something holy was happening. Your faith was being refined, not to punish you, but to prepare you for a blessing bigger than what you could have carried before. And now, because you chose not to give up, because you kept believing when no one saw your struggle, God is responding, not with a whisper, but with movement. This blessing will carry weight in your life, but not the kind of weight that burdens. It will be the weight of peace that steadies your heart. The weight of favor that draws the right people and opportunities toward you. The weight of clarity that replaces confusion. You won't have to chase or beg or force anything. What is meant for you is already being released. The doors are opening. The pieces are coming together. And your spirit is finally being given permission to rest from the long, exhausting striving. The love of Jesus Christ is alive and flowing through every part of this moment. He has not only seen your pain, He has felt it. He has walked with you through every unanswered question, every betrayal, every moment you thought would break you. And now He is giving you the gift of stillness. Stillness in your mind. Stillness in your spirit. Stillness that doesn't come from everything around you being perfect, but from knowing you're finally protected, provided for, and led by something greater than your own strength. You don't need to perform for this love. You don't need to clean yourself up spiritually or emotionally to deserve this gift. You only need to stay open. Keep your heart soft. Let yourself feel again. Let yourself receive. This is not just about comfort, it's about identity. God is reminding you who you are. You are not a burden. You are not forgotten. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are beloved. You are chosen. You are exactly where you need to be for the blessing to settle fully over your life. There will be days when doubts try to return. There will be moments when the old heaviness tries to creep back in. But you will be different. You will remember this moment. You will remember that heaven saw you, loved you, and moved for you. And in that remembering, you will walk with a strength that doesn't shake. You will speak with a calm that doesn't fade. You will love with a depth that reflects everything you've survived. Your angel isn't just delivering a message. They are standing watch to make sure nothing steals this from your heart. And as long as you stay willing, heaven will continue to pour out. You don't have to be perfect. You only have to stay open. That's where miracles live, in open, surrendered, trusting hearts. And right now, yours is exactly that. You have spent so much of your journey being strong for others. You carried their weight. You absorbed their hurt. You stayed calm when your world was anything but calm inside. You let things go that broke your heart, just to keep peace. And somewhere along the way, you began to feel like your worth was tied to how much you could give, how much you could handle, how well you could endure. But God is here to remind you, your worth is not measured by your output. Your value was never based on what you carry. Your value is in who you are to Him. His child. His creation. His beloved. Type 444 if you believe in God's divine protection. The blessing that's entering your life is not meant to reward performance, it's meant to restore what was lost when you were trying to survive. It will come in ways that feel natural. In conversations that soften your heart. In moments of unexpected rest. In clarity that quiets your racing thoughts. You won't have to try so hard. You won't have to explain yourself. You will begin to feel accepted without conditions, loved without performance, and healed without guilt. That's the kind of love that only comes from God, and He's pouring it out now. Let yourself relax into this moment. Let yourself believe that maybe, just maybe, things really are beginning to turn. You've come so far. You've overcome things no one saw. And now, heaven is rewarding the battles you didn't even know were being counted. Every single quiet decision to keep going, to stay kind, to believe again, those moments were never missed. And now they are being honored with a blessing that is gentle, but deep. Jesus has been near in every step. Even in the places you thought were godless. Even in the moments you stopped praying. His love didn't pull away when you were struggling. His presence didn't vanish when you were angry. He stayed. He waited. He loved. And now, He is standing with you, smiling, not because of who you will become, but because of who you've already been through it all. You are not being overlooked. You are being cradled in the exact timing of grace. Nothing that belongs to you will be lost. Nothing meant for you will pass by. The shift you're feeling in your soul is real. The burden is not coming back. The fear is not regaining ground. What's rising in you is stronger than the storm that tried to shake you. Let God finish this work. Let your angel finish the assignment. You've stayed with this message because your spirit knew it wasn't done yet. You were right. And now, you are only steps away from the full release of the healing, the provision, the peace, and the joy that has your name written all over it. You didn't miss your moment. You are walking in it right now. There was never a second where you were forgotten. Never a moment where God looked away. Even on the days when it felt like your prayers fell flat, they were still reaching Him. Even in the nights when you couldn't form the words to pray, your tears were being translated into something sacred. Heaven has been carrying every silent cry, every small hope, every quiet ache. And now, all of it has brought you to this divine turning point. The blessing that's been promised to you is not empty comfort. It is spiritual armor. It is a renewal of strength. It is a covering that will stay with you in the days ahead, guiding your choices, softening your fears, healing your heart. Things will begin to feel different. Not because life suddenly gets easier, but because your spirit has finally been reminded of its anchor. God is your anchor. His presence is your peace. His love is your safety. And no force of darkness, no failure of the past, no voice of doubt can change what He has already decided about you. You are chosen. You are worthy. You are being healed. This blessing is like the morning sun, it rises gently, but with power. It begins in your spirit, but it will soon be reflected in every part of your life. In the way you walk with calm. In the way you speak with kindness. In the way you stop apologizing for needing peace. You will notice the shift. You will feel the weight lift. You will see things fall into place that once felt stuck. People who drained you will slowly move out of your space. The noise will lessen. The fear will ease. The light will grow. And through it all, you will not walk alone. What if you could unlock a secret brain wave that top scientists discovered inside the hippocampus, the very switch that signals wealth and abundance? Hidden from the public for decades, this breakthrough can rewire your mind to attract prosperity faster than you imagined. Picture the stress of bills replaced with financial freedom and new opportunities. Every delay is a missed blessing, and those who act now are already walking into the wealth you deserve. Step forward before the door closes. Click the link in the video description and comments below to activate this ancient money wave and step into abundance today.